everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I am here with Anne Marie. We are going to do some shopping today. Well, first of all, Anne Marie, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Sure. Hi, I'm Anne Marie. I'm a mom of two. This is Henry. Can you say hi?
Hi,
He just woke
Henry.
up from a nap, so he might say hi later. And Henry's two, and we have a 4-month-old named Georgia. We're just excited to start our garden. We bought a new house a couple years ago, and I've been pregnant throughout, gardening season. So we haven't been able to really get our hands in the dirt yet. And this is our year to really, build up our garden and get the kids involved. And so we're really excited and looking forward to your expertise to help us make it successful this year.
Awesome. So, is this going to be your first year gardening then?
We had a garden last year here. What did we grow? We grew tomatoes, pumpkins, kind of the basics, strawberries, but we did everything in the ground. We're going to do some raised garden beds this year, try to do it upright.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. That's exciting. Well, we can jump right into shopping. That's what everybody wants, right? I
Yeah,
love shopping. So I have
especially
the website pulled up on my other screen over here. So I might be looking down a little bit. So sorry, I'm still talking to you. I have
no,
it
no,
pulled
you're
up
good.
right
We're checking it out too. We can see it.
here. Well, great. So give me an idea of where you're kind of wanting to start. Like, what things are we looking for?
So definitely nothing that's like too tricky. We
Okay.
want to make sure that, everything's like manageable. Think the basics. I kind of made a list of things that we were looking at in terms of vegetables. Like we want to start from seeds. We have biodomes now. So we want to start with seeds. I think that's going to be fun for Henry, to see them sprout. So things that will grow well in there.
So, what is Henry wanting to grow?
He has, yeah, we've discussed this at length. He's very excited. He said broccoli. He loves the rainbow carrots,
Oh,
corn, watermelon. He's hoping for apple trees, and
my
then
goodness.
blueberries, strawberries are definitely big ones. Those are like what we go through like crazy in this house.
Wow, he has quite the extensive list. That's exciting for him.
And
He's
sunflower.
excited. Okay, so the first one you said broccoli, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, let's see. We have a bunch of different varieties of broccoli. Um, I will say personally, my favorite broccoli that Park Seed has is this Aspa brock. So it's kind of like a hybrid broccoli that goes between like it does these little side shoots instead of just growing like the one huge head. So that way you can like continue to harvest it throughout the season. And I love it. It has all these little side shoots and you can eat the leaves off of it too, which I
Oh,
didn't
cool.
know. I didn't know until we started growing, and then like a hailstorm came in and destroyed all of our broccoli plants, and I was like, "Oh no." But we actually were able to eat the leaves and everything, so it's great. Um but this is probably one of my favorites and what I would recommend for somebody that's wanting to get started with broccoli. If you don't have a lot of experience with it, they're
No.
definitely a lot easier to do. So you don't have to wait for the entire head to grow.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of little side shoots.
Yeah, that's perfect. That looks like more manageable than even just like the big head of broccoli when you're cooking with it. You can just pick that up and
Absolutely.
eat it. When I'm planting these in the biodomes, it's one seed per
Hmm.
spot, correct? And then
Yeah.
how many do you recommend you plant at a time, like for broccoli?
So that's totally up to you as how many that you would want to do. I mean, for me, what I typically do is in the biodome, there's like the rows, and I'll plant out like an entire row of broccoli. But I have probably a lot larger garden than you do.
Yeah. Okay.
But typically that's how I do it is I do like an entire row of something because I get really excited. But you can
I
like
know.
make markers and do it, like one or two for each one. You can do it
Okay.
however you want to. Whenever I first started, I was putting like 2 to 3 seeds into each hole because that's what I was used to before. But
Yeah.
then like all 2 or 3 were coming up each time. So I was having to thin down a lot. But so now I only put one seed in each hole, and pretty much like every single one comes up. It's great.
Okay, that's what I was asking. If there was like a margin for error I should be counting on with just doing the one seed, but if that's
Yeah,
it, then
you should be good just popping one seed into each hole because it's an amazing environment in there. Like it has that dome, it keeps a really good high humidity. Like it's a really good environment for it. Like it pretty much everything will sprout in it.
awesome.
So if
Perfect.
there's ever anything like that's even difficult to germinate, that would be something to try growing in the biodome. Carrots, you said.
Yes.
Rainbow carrots. And that is absolutely what I would have recommended too. So it
All
sounds like
right.
he already knows.
I bought like the little baby ones at the store before and he loves them. And then when we were looking through the vegetables, he saw those and was so excited.
Oh, they're amazing. And it's so much fun to harvest with the kids too because they get to like each one is a surprise. They're like, "Oh, what
Oh,
color is it going to be?" Like it's so much fun to harvest with these with the kids.
very cool.
So, I know you said rainbow blend. So there's two different options. We could do the seeds, the carrot seeds, or the seed tape. Have you ever seen seed tape
I've
before?
seen it before. I've never used it.
So it makes planting a lot easier, especially for something that's really small, like carrot seeds, especially for little fingers. So the seed tape can be really helpful when you're planting out because it's what it looks like almost is like toilet paper. That's like how I would describe it. Folded over and then it has like seeds speckled throughout. And at the recommended space and all of that, and all you have to do is just take off this piece of tape, the seed tape, and just plant it directly into the ground and cover it,
Okay,
and the paper all deteriorates and the seeds come up. Like it's amazing. It's a really easy way to go about planting.
perfect. Yeah, let's do that for sure. Do you ever use the seed tape in like those fabric bags?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because I was wondering if like root vegetables, that would be a good place to start in the bags, or if the ground is better, or the garden bed.
So either way, as long as the soil is good, that's why we don't plant in the ground, especially with root crops. But because we have very like clay soil,
Okay.
and they want like the loose soil. But
Yeah,
if
we
you
have
have
them in
like
the
a
sand
deep
here
enough,
in
yeah,
our
if you have a
soil.
deep enough container, it'll do great. Like we grow them in our smart pots all the time, and those are like
What's a
fabric
smart
raised
pot?
beds. Oh, well, let me show you smart pots. Let's see if I can find smart pots. I love smart pots. I'm a huge fan. I've used them for years in my garden. They're these fabric raised beds. They have or containers. They have fabric containers with little handles on them too.
Oh, okay.
It like the plants just do so amazing in there whenever you grow with them. Like with typically with containers, I feel like sometimes they struggle because the roots like will hit the side and then they'll just kind of keep going around in circles, and get root
Yeah.
bound. With these, like they don't do that, and it's amazing. And you can water from below, like it won't retain water too. Yeah,
Okay. All
I'm a
right.
huge fan.
Perfect. All right.
Do you
Sounds.
want to try one of these too?
Yeah, that's perfect. We have like a mix of sun and shade. We have like extreme sun or then like a lot of shade. So to even be able to like move around
Yeah.
a little different, we were gonna do raised garden beds on both sides of the house to make sure that they both had ample sun and then some shade. But to be able to move around would be good too.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a huge benefit because we get like random hailstorms too, or if you get like a random frost, even or like something like that, you can move them indoors.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to having them movable.
perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be helpful.
Um, I mean, they have all different sorts of sizes and colors, even like they have, um, yeah, a lot of different sizes. Maybe one of these smaller ones, maybe like a 10-gallon or something like that
All right, cool.
would
I
be
love the blue. The blue is so
the
pretty.
blue. Yeah, this would be really good for I mean growing anything really. Um yeah, pretty much any of the plants or the carrots that we talked about too. You could even grow root crops or anything like that in these too.
Perfect. Very cool.
Yeah, so like Smart Pots is actually based. So I'm in Oklahoma, and Smart Pots they actually are here in Oklahoma as well. So that's how we came across them at first. Yeah, I absolutely love them.
Oh yeah, that's going to be so helpful.
Okay, so we have broccoli and carrots. What
All
else?
right, did we? So we're doing the carrot tape. Did we add
Yes.
that one?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. We had corn next.
corn. There's a lot of fun corn varieties too.
Yes, I'm excited to hear which one you think is the best.
Oh man. Well, we have a lot of different ones that I mean, really, it's up to you. Do you like white corn, yellow corn?
Something that's like
Blue?
sweet and tender for like
Okay.
Henry to be like eating off the cob.
It's probably going to be something like this, which is the triple sweet one.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. So these ones are, yeah. So they were an All America selection winner, which is always great. So they go through and pick winners of seeds. Like, so you know it's going to perform really good too. Do you want to get one of these ones?
Yeah, let's do that. I've never grown corn before. So is there anything really tricky?
So the biggest thing with corn, make sure you grow several of them together, um, because they can be tricky, like making sure all of the kernels will like grow and get fertilized or pollinated. Um, so grow several of them together, and have a decent amount of them. I don't know about the specific amount, but just make sure that you have several of them at least close together, and hopefully all those kernels will come up.
Perfect. That'll be exciting. Um, Cucumbers.
Okay. Cucumbers. Okay. Have you grown cucumbers before?
I have, and I was
Okay.
looking at a specific kind you guys have, that the smaller kind. That, let me see.
If you're wanting, we do have like the patio types if you were going after a small plant.
The alibi is like what I had looked at,
Uh-huh.
just because it'll be like, grab and, eat, and then also can make pickles with them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cute little cucumbers.
And do you use like a trellis normally for these?
Yeah, so how I usually handle trellises, is we try and keep it as simple as possible. We have just a cattle panel set up against like T posts or something along those lines, and they can just grow up them.
Okay.
There's also trellises, like if you don't want to get something like that, like you can get like there's here I can show you here quick. Add those. Yeah, there's actual cucumber trellis here too. So if you didn't want to get something that's like a huge like cattle panel, you can get something more like along these lines, which can help you too, because you want to make sure it has places to climb
Right. Okay.
and keep it off the ground.
Okay. All right. So you think that the alibi are good?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the tiny ones. Those ones are always my favorites
Yeah,
too.
because I've had ones that are like this big.
I feel like the bigger they get, they're more
Yeah, and
bitter.
you don't know what to do with it. Like, so.
Yeah. So the key too to cucumbers is making sure that you do harvest them before they get too big and before they start to turn yellow or anything like that. You want to make sure you get them like right when they get ripe.
All right, perfect. You want to keep going? All
Yeah.
right. Um, so next I had garlic. I was
Okay.
thinking like garlic with like some basil, just like a cooking kind of area of the gardens with like basil, parsley, cilantro, rosemary. Like I think you guys have like an herb seed.
We do. Yeah. Here I can pull up herb. We have like an herb pack if I can find it on here. There it is. Is this kind of like the plants you were thinking about? There's a parsley, cilantro, basil, chive, and sage in here.
Yes. Yep. That looks good. Perfect.
Awesome. Oh, and this basil, awesome. This is a great basil too because it has a mixture of all of these different
Oh, yes,
varieties.
yes.
Yeah, and I'm a huge fan. I love basil, and I love all of those different varieties. So it's always difficult for me. But the Thai cinnamon is hands down my favorite. I
When
love it.
you cook with them, do you know like what basil you like in what food, or you just kind of mix and match?
So I do. I
You're doing
so
it.
whenever it comes to like the cinnamon, the Thai cinnamon, I have specific things that I love to put it in. So I love putting it in things like sweet potatoes and carrots because it gives it like almost like this sweet flavor. I mean, a cinnamon
Yeah.
flavor. Like really, it's so good. And the kids love it too. So that's how I tend to use that one. And then the other ones I use traditionally with the basil. I'm not as picky about those ones.
Okay, yeah. I love to like throw any like fresh herbs in anything, but I'll have to learn because
Yeah.
that's a great tip, especially to get the kids to eat like potatoes, sweet potatoes, things like that.
Yeah, that Thai cinnamon one will really help too because it adds a really good sweet flavor too, and it tastes amazing.
Perfect. So yeah, so what did you think about garlic?
Yeah, let's go back to garlic quick. So I love all types of garlic. So if you're are you planting these this spring?
I was gonna ask you about that. I've never even
Okay. So I will say typically with garlic, you'll start them in the fall.
okay. So
With
we'll
most
wait.
varieties, that is, because they will require the winter, like it to be really cold. Um, but there are things that you can do to go about tricking them as well. You can trick them into thinking that they went through a winter, like a freeze. So it's kind of like you just get the bulbs and then you put them into some soil into like a gallon size Ziploc baggie and pop them in the freezer for just a few months or a few weeks, and then you pull them out and plant them. So it makes it think that they went through a winter when they actually didn't. So it's a
Okay, I
fun,
might try it actually.
yeah, it's a fun way to go about playing with the kids too. They'll think it's fun.
Yeah. Is there one that's like a little more hardy than others in terms of popping it in the freezer?
Oh, I mean, they're all going to do good for you. But I will recommend one over the other, and only because of the kids. So this elephant garlic, have you ever seen elephant garlic before?
No, I don't think so.
So it is huge. Like it is so much fun. It is way bigger than the traditional other garlic bulbs that you'll see. It's like at least double the size.
Perfect. Easy for peeling then.
Yes,
For cooking.
absolutely. It is way easier for peeling, and the kids think it's really cool too because they're huge. And I always love garlic, and I put a lot of garlic in things. So having them larger like that, I like it. And it's
Awesome.
almost it's a more milder taste too, so it's friendlier
Oh,
for the
that's
kids
good.
too.
Perfect. All right, so we'll figure that one out.
Okay,
Next on the list, I have romaine.
so let's see. We have which ones are we thinking? Here, I'll just pull them all.
I have that.
The
Is it Teton romaine on my list?
uh
I can be swayed, however.
huh. Oh, it's again, it's all going to be personal, like whatever type that of lettuce that you would like to eat.
This
Um,
is one I can like harvest and it will grow back and it will be edible.
mhm.
Yeah, that's what because I've had them before where they just like get bitter and it's like
Well, so if they, whenever they'll get bitter is when the temperatures start to rise too much, or if you notice like the top starts to flower,
yeah,
that's when they bolt and go to seed. So at that point, yeah, it's definitely going to be bitter. So they're definitely going to taste better in the cool weather, and so try and do as much as you can to make it stay cool and then maybe give it some afternoon shade. So this might be a good something to put in that shade area that you're talking about.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we definitely have shade, so we can do that. You can come here, sweetie. You want to come plant the garden some more? Yeah. All right.
Okay, so this is one you want right here?
Yeah. Yep, that
Okay.
sounds great. And that's perfect because we have some spots that get more shade than others. So that will work.
Yeah, if you give it a little afternoon shade whenever it starts getting warmer, it'll last longer for you.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be super helpful. Our next stop, we had watermelon.
Ooh.
Do you like watermelon? Yeah,
Okay. Have you grown watermelon before?
I have.
Okay. What type did you grow last time?
Oh yeah, he saw the yellow ones. He saw those on, I think like Blippy had the yellow ones on one of his things, but I was looking at just like the I think it's the Harvest Moon, small seedless. You want to eat some? Like Blippy. Yeah.
Yep. That's funny. Yeah, I would recommend definitely one that seedless will make it a lot easier, and having it small, like these sizes, will be good as well.
Could I mix like the Harvest Moon with the yellow watermelon? Could I like grow those together?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do that. I don't want him to be disappointed.
No,
Now I want.
you'll have to let me know how these ones go. I haven't grown these ones before, but they
Yeah,
look
so
really
good.
fun. Yeah, these are newer. These are newer ones that we have added in. I haven't tried them.
Okay, perfect. We'll do those together. And then just like a red and a white onion, like one of each.
Okay.
For cooking and salsa. And I saw you guys have like the salsa garden little thing now. That's so cool.
Yeah, we grew an entire salsa garden last year. It was really fun.
I just got a new food processor for Valentine's Day, so
Oh, fun.
looking
Yeah,
forward to
you're gonna have fun with making salsa then.
yes. But yeah, just like an easy red and easy white.
So there's actually these red and white right here. You want to just go with the traditional ones right here?
Yeah, that's perfect. Now, can I grow those seeds in the biodome too?
So these are actually onion sets.
Oh, okay.
Um, so we do have some onion seeds.
What
Um,
what is like the planting like time frame? It's just after the first frost in the garden. God bless you.
um, yeah, I mean, I always go into the app and pull up the From Seed to Spoon app, and I look at the dates because
Nice.
that's what I always do because yeah.
All right, perfect. Yeah, that would be great. If that's probably a lot easier than trying to do the seeds.
They definitely are a lot easier to grow this way, and I mean, it's easy for the kids to plant too. So we've had our kids just go through and plant all of these for us before. Like they just stick their finger in and just pop it into there, and it works great.
Awesome. You gonna plant the onions?
And onions are really good like companion plants too for a lot of different plants. Like they'll help to protect, like ward off any pests and things like that with their smell. So this will be a really good one for you.
Awesome. Awesome. The like rainbow peppers,
Ooh,
those are beautiful.
I'm a fan of everything rainbow.
Yeah, he does love rainbows. Can you tell? But actually, I think I love those. Those are so pretty. And then the what is this sweet pickle pepper? They grow into like a
Oh,
bush almost.
yes. I actually just started some of those the other day.
Yeah, those are beautiful. And to be able to grow that from seeds,
I
it
know,
becomes
isn't that pretty?
full like almost like this in one season or wow. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you'll get a lot of them too,
Oh, those
which
are
is
great. Do you
amazing.
pickle those yourself or?
So we do a lot of different things. So we have actually pickled them before, and then also we do a lot of like preserving them by freezing them too. So we just
Okay.
run them through the food processor, get them down real small, and then you freeze them, and
Oh,
they'll last forever that way too. We've dried them before, we've smoked them before. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. We've made our own like red pepper, red peppers, like what you put on pizzas and things like that. Like, yeah,
ooh. Yes, that's perfect. So we definitely want
we love peppers. So.
to. It'll be easy for like the kids to just walk around eating too. So that's so nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
These are
So,
good sweet ones.
oh, they are? Okay, perfect. Is
Mhm.
there like anything it says full sun? I think because it like looks like so like ornamental and beautiful, it's like throwing me off that it must be difficult to grow, but
No, no, peppers are actually pretty decently easy. I mean, especially I would imagine up where you are, because it won't get extremely hot. How hot do your summers get?
it's just like a crapshoot. It can get like really hot or it can be like mild until even August. We don't have like over 100-degree days though, like so nothing extreme.
Yeah, so it should produce like all summer long then for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would imagine like I feel like peppers are fairly easy to grow. At least in our area, we've never really had any issues with peppers. I
I've
love
never
them.
had issues either. So this will be really pretty though. I'm gonna put this like on the side of the house so it's like, visible.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah, for
pretty.
sure.
We talked about sweet potatoes. I saw you guys had like a live event today. You have like a purple sweet potato. That was interesting.
Yes, yes, I am very excited about that.
So, something like that, or just like a regular sweet potato. I have never grown potatoes before. I don't know why
They're
they feel a bit
so much
intimidating.
fun. The kids are going to love them. So how we generally do our potatoes, we don't ever plant them in the ground just because it's a lot harder to harvest them. So we do a lot of growing in containers. So we do them again in those smart pots,
Okay.
um, or just any sort of raised bed, something along those lines. Just
So a
make it
raised
easier to
bed's
harvest.
still fine, but no, we're not going to do anything in the ground, I don't think. Maybe I was thinking about like pumpkins and melons in the ground because they
Yeah,
take up
yeah,
so much space
yes, yeah, because those go everywhere.
everywhere. Ours last
Yeah.
year, everywhere. But it's fun. It's so fun every day and they like, change so rapidly. But yeah, so back to sweet potatoes. I just saw
I
that
would
you had like, the new purple one, but
Yes, I
whichever.
definitely would recommend the purple one. I've eaten these before because we used to grow these all the time. I love them, and I'm excited to grow them again this year.
Yay.
The kids love them, so
Perfect.
yeah.
It's going to be the most colorful garden.
I
I'm so
know kids are gonna love it.
stuff I wouldn't have thought about before I had kids, like how fun the colors are.
Yeah.
And so after the sweet potatoes, we were just talking about pumpkins.
Okay.
And I think you know which ones Henry picked out. The giant. How
I can
feasible is
imagine that Dill's Atlantic giant one.
yes, how feasible is it to grow those?
Oh gosh, I personally have not attempted it.
All
Um,
right,
So I would love to hear your experience.
we're
Generally,
gonna
we
do
stay
it.
with the weeby little ones just because they're so much easier. But honestly, I would love it if you grew those, and I would love to see pictures.
All right, you got it. And we'll do that. And then the just like the regular like size pumpkins as well, so that we have they have friends.
Okay, so when you say regular size, do you want them like this one right here,
It looked like,
or are
yeah,
you wanting them
those
like what's that?
just like jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. So
Um, say this one might be a good option for you. Nice rounded one, should be easy to carve.
perfect. Yeah, I already told my husband, I was like, make a plan for moving a 500-pound pumpkin this year to the front of the house.
I would love it, and you definitely need to share it with me because that
We
would be,
will, we will.
yeah, that would be amazing if you did that and were successful. That would be awesome.
We'll take good care of them. So then tomatoes.
Okay. Now there's like a million tomatoes here, and I'm gonna say the Parks Whopper is definitely like going to be amazing, of
All
course,
right.
just because it's been around forever. It is disease resistant for a lot of things. Like, so if you wanted like a large slicing pepper, the Parks Whopper would be an amazing option.
Perfect. And
If
then
you're wanting more like the the cherry sized, we do have these new Parks Junior Whoppers. We have a red and pink one. Those ones are
ooh,
great.
I was gonna
Um,
do one full size and just one cherry
okay,
variety and kind of
yeah, there's so many options, but yeah, I would recommend for sure these ones because they're amazing.
awesome.
And then would do you want to try one of the Parks Junior Whoppers out?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, do you want the red or pink?
Is there a taste difference?
I haven't. So this is our first year carrying them. So I haven't eaten them yet. I've already start. Well, I'm starting seeds for them. They're coming in today, actually. So I am going to be starting seeds and growing them. So I'm going to try them out, but I don't know.
Let's stick with the red,
Okay.
just because I know Henry will eat that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that wraps us up on vegetables. For fruit, we were like talking about apple trees. Can you start that from a seed? Do you start that from a plant?
Yeah, we have. So we have looks like one option here of a patio apple tree kit. I've never grown it myself before. So this says it is a cross pollinating dwarf duo suitable for containers. So zones 4 to 6, and you were zone 4, right?
I'm I,
Or
one said 5B,
uh huh.
one said 6A.
Okay.
So I was completely wrong with 4.
Oh no, you're good.
So between 5 and 6 with the zip code, it comes up in two different spaces.
Okay. Yeah, I mean this would fit your zone right here.
Perfect. Let's try some apples. That's like our favorite right now. And hopefully we can like have apples and strawberries too.
Oh yeah, you mentioned strawberries.
We go through all of the strawberries.
I love growing strawberries too because they are so much sweeter when you grow them yourself. Like
So
it just
much
tastes
better.
like you rolled it in sugar. They're amazing.
Now I see you guys have those really cool like hanging
Yeah,
bags.
yeah, it's right here. Yeah, and
I
I was actually going to recommend the Whopper plant. So this would actually be a good option right here for you because it comes with that container and the the that bag. It comes with that and these Whopper strawberries.
perfect. Yes, yes. Let's do that if we can keep them off the ground.
Yeah.
Um, Last year I had trouble with a lot of runners, a lot of plant, not a lot of strawberries.
I personally love having runners because it means I get new plants. But yes, it does typically put its energy into that instead of giving you fruit if that happens. Yeah.
Is it just like a toss up or I think
Um.
I put them too close together.
Oh gosh, we actually just had this
You could trim the
question.
runners.
Yeah. Yeah. You can trim the runners if you weren't wanting them, or you can plant them and then cut them off of the mother plant.
But it looks like they kind of like take care of themselves a little bit better in the bags.
I haven't grown them in these bags before. We typically grow ours again in smart pots. We grow a lot of things in smart pots.
Okay.
Yeah, so we typically grow these in just a container on the ground. Well, in the raised bed. But you'll have to let me know how the grow bags go.
Okay, I will for sure. So that was it for the fruit. The only other thing is I was watching you guys talk about, is it like zinnias or zinnias?
Zinnias, yeah.
Um, I wanted to get some of those to put throughout
They
for
are
all of the.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's like 100 different options of zinnias.
I was just looking at, well, I was looking at because I figured I'd do some like in the pots in the front of the house as well as in so the shorter ones in the mix. I have it here. Like the short stuff hybrid.
Okay, I'm gonna have to search that one up.
I think it's, let me see.
These ones right here.
Yeah, yep. So will that work to like go throughout the garden?
So I haven't grown these ones before. Again, I mean, like I said, they have like over 100 of zinnias, which is amazing. But I mean, my favorite are the Parks picks that they have. But I haven't grown these. I'm sure these would be fantastic as well, though, too.
I have the Parks picks as well.
Yeah,
Um, do you grow
that's
those?
what's that?
Do you grow the Parks picks?
Yes, yeah,
How,
and the Zinderellas as well.
if I do like a hanging basket or like big pots in the front, will they, you think
Yeah,
this will
I
fall?
wouldn't do them in a hanging pot, but they would do good in like a pot down on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
they would do good with that. But for a hanging basket, I would do more of. We have a lot of petunias too, um, and
I don't
then
love
like
petunias.
begonias or something. Oh, you don't like them? Oh, I love them.
You do. I wish
Yes,
I
I do.
did. Well, I was
Um,
thinking,
begonias would work too for hanging baskets.
okay. Yeah, no, that would be great. I do like those. But for, can we do the Parks picks to still like scatter throughout the garden?
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be a good option because these are
Okay.
really super pretty.
Those are gorgeous.
And then you're saying, yes, they are. And then yeah, these are fantastic for hanging pots if you have like hanging pots that you wanted to do.
Yes,
Any
gorgeous.
specific colors or
Just like the mix. I love the colorful mix. And we have full sun in the front where I'm going to put these.
okay, well, these ones will like the shade though.
Oh, okay.
So these might not be a good option for there then.
All right. Well, I can look for more for those.
Well, I can ask Growbot real quick. Here, let's
I
see.
use Growbot for everything.
That's awesome.
I love the answers it gives and how thorough everything is.
Let's see. Yeah, it says petunias.
Well, I am not, yeah, petunias, geraniums. All right, let me look. Petunias.
Yeah. Do you like geranium? It's suggesting geraniums for me as well.
Yeah, not my favorite, but
Not your
those,
favorite.
so that is, oh, those are, no, those geraniums are pretty. Yeah, like a geranium mix. Those are really pretty looking at your,
The let's see.
those are beautiful.
This one right here.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Right. Okay.
All right, I think that's a full garden. Anything that
No, I'm excited for you.
we're so excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be so amazing. I love that you have a mixture of some flowers to go along with the edibles and herbs too. I feel like every garden needs herbs, especially because they're amazing companion plants, but they're also amazing and easy to use in the kitchen. They're easy to take care of. Like, yeah.
All right. So we're going to start as soon as we get these, we'll start the seeds and the biodomes. We have those. And oh, there you are. And oh, we want to do heat mats and grow lights
Oh,
for the
yeah.
biodomes.
We pull up.
And just like I have this, I'm in our sunroom right now. So it's like a 3 seasons room, but we have a heater in here, so we use it year round. So it's never going to be like cold. And, it'll have a window, but still not.
Let's see. So this one would be good for a biodome right here.
So I have 4 different biodomes. Can I just like rotate the heat mat through them?
Yeah, and then so you'll want the heat mat to germinate like the warmer season, so like the tomatoes and peppers. But then once they germinate, you can move them off of there.
Okay.
And you probably like you won't need it for any of the cool season ones or anything like that.
All right. So we can do that. And I've seen you guys use like all kinds of lights.
So yeah, we have one of these that I've just pulled up right here. This is one that we use in our kitchen area, and then besides that, like we actually use a lot of shop lights to
I've seen
germinate.
that.
Um, and I use these here. Let me show you. So I have shop lights that I connect with these things right here, and these things make it so much easier because you can just like adjust the height of them really easily. So because whenever they're germinating and really small, you want to make sure the light's like right on top of them. So having these like just makes adjusting that so easy. I love it. So if you were thinking of going like that route, like I would recommend getting some of these because it's a lot easier.
Yeah, no, that's perfect with like a shop light. And then when you say you have it on like close, for how many hours a day typically?
So typically, I mean, we have a timer that we set ours on, and we just do like 12 and 12. Like we just
Okay,
have it easy.
perfect.
Yeah. So that way we don't forget about it too.
Is
We
it
just always
easier
have
to
it on
do?
timer.
Is it easier to do just like the tabletop light or to do something like this?
This is typically going to be the easier thing to
Okay.
do. And especially if you're doing more than just one
Mm-hmm.
biodome, I would recommend doing that because typically, like we have, I mean, I can show you what ours looks like, but we
I've
have
seen them,
like
yeah.
several in a row. Yeah. And like you can fit a lot of biodomes underneath them. And you only really need like two. I mean, depending on how thick you go, like, yeah.
That's perfect. Perfect. So we'll do those and then we can hang the like a shop light from, and then they'll still have some sunlight here. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
that's great. Yeah, we have a sunroom too that we have a little mini like herb garden in and all that too.
it's nice, especially when it's 2 degrees outside and dark, and we have a little sunshine today, but we'll go spouts of weeks without sunshine in
Oh man.
the winter. So it's nice.
Well, yeah, I bet it would be nice to feel like you're outside still without getting, too
That's what
cold.
Henry will go. It's so bright. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, this was fun shopping together, and I'm excited to see how you grow it all and how everything does. I can't wait.
I can't wait. You want to come say bye? Yeah. You say bye. Thank you for helping make our garden beautiful.
Bye, Henry. I'm really excited to see how your plants turn out. I can't wait to see it. You'll have to show me.
Can you say thank you very much?
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Carrie.
Okay, we'll see y'all later.
Bye. Bye.